Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be a Fab or Fail New and Beauty edition. So I did one maybe like a month or so back and it was featuring all drugstore products, and it was just me giving my full reviews of these products, letting you know if I would recommend them. I wanted to do it again, and this time I'm doing new and beauty. So some of these are like ish new, some are newer, and some are really new to the beauty industry, but I just thought it would be interesting to do because I really do want to be doing more reviews on my channel. It's one of the reasons why I started a channel. I just kind of got caught up in the excitement of like hauls and tutorials and that sort of thing, and I've kind of gotten away from the reviews, so that is what I want to do. Now for these products that I'm going to be going through, I used the majority of them in my last makeup tutorial. It was my trying new makeup tutorial, matte eye tutorial. I don't use all the products that I've mentioned because some of them I actually picked up after the fact of filming that video, but majority of them are mentioned in that video. So if you want to see me actually applying them and putting them on, I will leave that linked in the description box below. I've either bought or received some of these products that I want to talk about, and I have just been testing them out. Like, I've been wearing nothing but these products because I want to give full reviews. This is going to be different than a first impression because while I like doing first impressions and I think they're fun, especially to put out videos right away when like something new hits the market, I think that's really fun to do, but I can't really give a full review and say, yeah, it lasted all day, or yeah, it lasted in the heat, or yeah, it lasted on this type of skin type. That is why I think the reviews are so important. I watch so many reviews like before I buy anything, and I'm serious, like anything, I will go to YouTube and type in what I'm looking for, and I will watch review videos to make sure it's going to be worth my money, because I'm self-employed and I can't just be spending my hard-earned money anywhere that I want. Without further ado, why don't we hop into my Fab or Fail new and beauty. First item I have isn't like super new. I'm pretty sure this came out like last year, but people are still like talking and raving about it, and that's what made me want to pick up mine. And so I was like, well, it's still like new-ish, right? But it's from Physicians Formula, and it is the Butter Bronzer. So this is what it looks like, and this is actually the first item from Physicians Formula that I purchased from. And at first, when I would see people talk about Physicians Formula, I'm like, why have I not bought anything from them? And then when I was at CVS the other day and I saw this and I was like, oh, maybe I could pick this up. It's $17 for a drugstore bronzer. What does that even mean? And the only reason that I bought this is because they were having a buy one get one 75% off at CVS for Physicians Formula. So I did purchase a second one, and this one will be in my next YouTube giveaway. I'm planning on doing it at 5,000 subscribers. So hopefully if you're watching this and you aren't subscribed, get subscribed, because I've been dropping hints about what's going to be in that 5K giveaway that will feature 2 winners. I'm talking the Desi sunglasses are going to be in there. I mentioned that last time, but this will also be in there, and I'm excited. But that's the big reason I purchased, because I was like, well, I might as well get one for a giveaway because it seems to be like a pretty hot item, and if I can get a bit of a sale on it, then great. But packaging is super cute. It's very like tropical feeling. I like that. And then you actually like press this little button here and it pops up. Now it does have like something underneath. I think this is like some sort of applicator. I don't care. I don't use it. It also does have a mirror. I don't use that either, so I just really focus on the actual bronzer. But here is a close-up of the bronzer. It is really nice. There is a swatch of it on my finger. I just think it's beautiful. I like it because it does give sort of like a light coverage, but if you want to build it up and make yourself even more bronzy and glowy, you sure can do that. I did wear this in the makeup tutorial video, so if you want to see me applying it, it is on there. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I think they are really similar in shades. So if I would have to say if this was a Fab or Fail, I mean a Fab on the product, but fail on the price. Like, use a coupon. This next product, I actually do have a first impression demo, kind of first thoughts video on it, and it is from NYX. It's their Sculpt and Highlight Face Duo. So it looks like this, and I have been using this quite a bit because I really wanted to test it out. When I first used it on camera, it was a first impression obviously, so I was just using it for the first time, and I was like, holy crap, I really like this, and I was so excited about it because I don't have anything for cream contouring, so like the contouring side of this made me so excited because it was my first time like really trying to figure out cream contouring, and I thought it worked really well. So I have been like using it to death, like honestly, and both sides of the product do not have a lot of product in them. So I've been like waiting to run out at any moment. And that's kind of some of the feedback I've heard too, is that you go through this very quickly. Like if you use it every day, you're gonna go through it very fast. So what I will say is for the highlight side, so the shades that I got are almond and light. So the light and the highlight shade, I like it. I think it's really good. I think it is very drying underneath my eyes especially, and I don't know, there are very few concealers that I use on my under eyes that dry my under eyes out, and unfortunately this is one of them. This is not something that I can use every single day. Like as I was using it every single day to review it, I started to notice just like such a dry sensation on my under eyes. And I mean, really the only thing that I've been doing differently is using this basically in lieu of every single other concealer. So I'm gonna have to say it's this concealer that is making me become very, very dry on my under eyes. Also, at first, when I first used it, I thought the coverage was really good because I thought it was a bit of a like thicker consistency, and I was like, oh, that's awesome, like the coverage is gonna be great. But I have some redness on my under eyes, and this does not fully cover that. And one day I tried it with the NYX on one side and I used my Maybelline Fit Me on the other side, and the Maybelline Fit Me, you could tell, had much better coverage than this one did. Even when it comes to like dark circles, the Maybelline was still better. So the highlight side, I can't say I'm like a super, super big fan of. I still like it, and I think it's really pretty, and I think it blends out so well. Like no matter if you put it on your under eyes, you know, your forehead, even to like clean up a contour on the sides of your cheeks, it blends out so well. It just is not like my favorite formula. Switching to the contour side, I love the contour side. So again, my shade is in almond. And okay, so here are some swatches. So obviously we have the highlight and the contour shade, so you can kind of see what the highlight shade looks like. But then for the contour shade, it is a beautiful contour shade. It's very cool toned, which is better for contouring. It glides on easily and it blends out. Again, these blend out so well. That was kind of my fear when it came to cream contouring, was am I gonna have like weird lines all over my face? Like I don't know how into that I am, but these blend out so well, and I really appreciate them for that. I have been going like kind of crazy with cream contouring since I got this because I'm just so excited about it. Like it excites me to use it. I've even been like contouring my nose more, and I don't know, I'm just having a really good time with it. So the contour side is amazing. The highlight side is good. So it's kind of like, I don't know what I would rate this product, because would I want to buy it again? Yes. But just for the contour side, like the highlight side is just okay to me. Like I feel like I would be able to use it like maybe once a week, but again, definitely not every day, because it's just doing really damaging things to my under eyes, and I've been having to try to use a lot of like eye masks to make up for the dryness under there. So I don't know, this is $11.99. It's hard to say if I would repurchase it simply because I'm only going to be using one side of it, but truly the contour side is that good. So if I would have to say Fab or Fail, I think the contour pros beat out the highlight cons. Honestly, I do. So let's give it a Fab. So another thing from Benefit is a new product from them. They just launched last month, and it is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. Now I do have a first impression and demo on this as well. I actually received a deluxe sample from Ulta. They were giving out deluxe samples one time with online orders, and so I went ahead and purchased one. So the full size does have a spoolie on the end, and it is much larger. Since this is just the deluxe sample, it's smaller and it doesn't have the spoolie, but that's okay because I do have the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. So when I want to use this, I just use that spoolie that's on there. So again, I will link my first impressions video, and I was pretty excited when I used it as a first impression, and I am not someone who does eyebrows frequently. I do have them done today with the Goof Proof Brow Pencil because of course I wanted to be wearing it. I really do like it. I think it's really good for people who have maybe fuller, thicker eyebrows that you don't need to draw on your full eyebrow, and that is like me. Like you just want to fill it in, like a few sparse spots, you just want to fill it in and go about your way. I think it's really good for that, and I've been becoming like more accustomed to doing my eyebrows with this, because I would feel like I would need to be like everybody else, you know, and like draw on a whole eyebrow, and I would like overcompensate for it, and then I would just kind of look weird and it wouldn't be okay. So once I realized that I can use this to just fill in the spots and then spoolie out the product and make it look a lot more natural, it really became a lot better for me. So yeah, if you have fuller eyebrows and you don't need to do your eyebrows maybe every day or do a full eyebrow, I would definitely recommend this. It's been working out really well for me. I believe this is $24 for the full size. I ended up really liking these, so this was a fab for me. So then I have the new L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. This was getting so much hype on YouTube. This was one that I just like didn't play into. I was seeing everybody put their first impression videos up and everybody was snapping about it, and I was just kind of like, I don't know about that. And I'm really not sure why, because I love glowy foundations. I like L'Oreal foundations. The L'Oreal True Match and the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion are like some of my favorite foundations. So I'm like, what am I doing? Why was this one not speaking to me? And then I was at Target one day and I saw it and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick it up. It says this gives a radiant finish. It's for normal to dry skin. It's supposed to be a hydrating foundation. It says it's up to 24-hour foundation. I've never tried to make my foundation last for 24 hours. The shade 207 Sand Beige. So it says radiant finish, 24-hour wear, medium coverage, and an air-light texture. Okay, so I have been wearing this literally for probably like 8 or 9 days straight. I have worn no other foundation except for this bad boy because I have been putting it to the test. My first thoughts when I first dumped it out onto my hand was that this is super runny. Like if you move your hand, it's gonna go all over your hand. It is a very liquidy, runny foundation. I also quickly realized that you do not have to use a lot of product and it's gonna be all over your face. Like I put on what I would say is my regular amount of foundation when I have to like squeeze it onto my hand, and I had so much foundation on. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? For me, it honestly kind of feels similar to like a BB cream because it is super lightweight on the skin. Like it says it has an airlight finish. I would agree with that. It is very lightweight, comparable to a BB cream. And I really like that, especially for the summertime when I don't want to feel like I have a pound of makeup on my face and then I'm going and sitting outside in the sun. Ugh. BB creams are like the way that I like to go for the summer. So I really appreciated that finish to it. I really enjoyed it. The coverage on this is really good. So like I said, I've been wearing it every day. I've been wearing it outside during walks. I wore it all day camping when we went to the 4th of July camping, and I was outside in the elements all day and this stayed on. Has very good coverage. So I mean, like it says 24-hour wear. It might be, because I mean for me it lasted at least 14 hours the day that we went camping, and it still looked good by the end of the night. So I was very impressed with that. One of the cons that I have is that it seems to cling to dry patches. I am not someone who constantly has dry patches or even really has dry skin. I would have more like normal skin, I think. Sometimes in the summer I can be a little bit more oily, but every once in a while I'll get dry patches, like especially around my hairline, like up here, or my hairlines on the side, like especially my temples really seem to get dry patches, and this foundation clings to it like crazy. So I especially noticed it the first night that I went to take this off. And I was like looking in the mirror after I took my makeup off, and I was like, what is on my forehead up here? And I realized I had actually just like missed that spot of taking off the foundation, and that foundation was like clung onto the dry patch, and it looked like flaky and scaly, and it was not very cute. And so the next time that I wore it, I made sure to pay attention to that, and sure enough I could see it again, and I could see it over by my temples as well. So that is a bad thing. So if you have dry skin, or if you just are someone who maybe you're normal or oily but you have dry patches, you might not really love this because it's gonna cling to those like crazy. At least it did for me. So also, I don't think it gives like a super radiant finish. Like I don't know, for some reason when I heard Pro Glow, I thought I was gonna look like, you know, like similar to the full face highlight challenge. I don't know, I thought it was just gonna make me like very like beaming. I would say it makes me look healthy. Like it gives my skin a healthy, like dewy finish, but it's not a glow to me on my skin. I don't see like a big glow with it. My skin just looks healthy, which I appreciate. I like it. But if you want to buy this because you think it's going to give you like some sort of like beaming look, I did not see that in my opinion. But again, like I think the pros really do outweigh the cons. Once again, this is $11.99, a little bit pricey for drugstore, but honestly I love the way it feels on the skin, you know, minus the dry patches. I like the coverage that it gives. I like that it makes my skin look healthy. It's easy to use. A lot of times I just put this on with my fingers, or I'll blend it out with a beauty blender, but honestly like sometimes my fingers are just faster and I'll just do it that way, or else a damp beauty blender can be really nice as well. But yeah, I give this one a fab. This was really good. I'm glad that I finally bought into it. So I have a couple products from Smashbox. Smashbox sent me a couple of their new summer items and in a PR package, and I was like so excited. I also did the unboxing here on YouTube. I feel like if I ever get boxes from brands, I will be doing those unboxings on YouTube because it's just like the most exciting thing in the world to me. Like I could just never really believe it. Something that they sent along was their new blush and highlight palettes. So they actually sent me 3 of these blush and highlight palettes, which I was like, what? Like no one has ever sent me like multiples of items, so I was like, what am I supposed to do? So I have been trying one out. Like I picked up my favorite one, and that was going to be like my tester throughout this whole time. I have another one that I am going to keep, and then you will actually be seeing one in my next giveaway also. So this is in Pacific Coast Pink, so it has 2 blush shades and then a highlight shade. This one will be in my next big YouTube giveaway, so again, I hope you are subscribed. Tell your friends there's a giveaway coming. It's gonna have this in here. So the one that I have been using is the Malibu Berry. So when you open it up, it has these 3 like good size shades in here, and then this is a mirror. So you have 2 blush shades right here, and then you have a highlight shade. Each one will have a rich color, a true color, a highlight color. Is kind of how their palettes are working out, and they are really, really beautiful. I mixed the 2 blushes today on my cheeks, and I also did it in that tutorial video as well. I mixed the 2, and I think they're really pretty. This deeper berry shade on the end is so, so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And then actually for this palette, I don't know why I put it back in its box. I've used both of them, but the Malibu one is the one that I've been using the most on my cheeks. And then this one is the Culver City Coral, and it looks like this. Now I actually used this on my eyes, and I absolutely loved it. So I think they can be very versatile. So I put this first shade in my crease, and then I put this shade all over the lid, and then also as like a highlight underneath the brow bone, and then the inner corner highlight as well, and I loved it. So these are like super versatile. I'm so happy that I got them. So I do think these are a little bit pricey. They are $35 each for 3 shades. They are good size shades, and I like that they can be versatile. You can use them as a blush, a highlight, on your eyes. I like that, but I don't know, $35 is kind of a lot of money to spend on these, but I've been wearing them and testing them out, and I truly do think they are really good. They are very, very pigmented, so especially when using a blush, like I go in with a very light hand and slowly build it up, because if you put too much product on your brush right away, you're gonna look a little clowny. So, I mean, they're such a great quality and great formula. I love the colors of the ones that I have chosen. I'm excited to give one away. But at $35, they're just a little bit expensive. But if you are willing to spend that, like if you really like Smashbox, or you're like a blush highlight junkie, or you just like getting like new products, I don't care. Whatever you want to spend your money on, I don't care. I'm not going to judge you. You probably think I spend money on weird things too, but $35 a piece, a little bit expensive, but I do have to give them a fab because they are so good. So the other thing that Smashbox sent along was their Photo Matte Eyes eye palette, and oh man, so I'm sure you can't really see it on camera, but let me open it up. So this is what it looks like. It has a big mirror. It comes with a double-ended brush. It is an eyeshadow full of matte shades, and you're supposed to be able to use these as eyeliners, eyeshadows, and also eyebrow powders. So once again, a very, very versatile palette. This does run for $49. I have been obsessed with this. Even if I was not trying to wear this every single day to be able to test it out, I feel like I still would be. It is bomb. I love matte eyes. I have it on my eyes today. Obviously, I used it in the matte eye tutorial that I posted last time. I used all shades from here. I used the brush. I really love the liner brush because I like using the liner shades out of here, like the blacks or the dark chocolate shades. I like to use the liner brush and create an eyeliner, and makes it like not quite as like harsh as using like a liquid eyeliner or gel eyeliner, and I really appreciate that. I love the 2 like beige shades in the middle. They are so pretty. I mean, it is a gorgeous palette. I like that it has the black in there as well. Some palettes don't have black, and it kind of can frustrate me. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette, which is another like absolute staple of mine, but I think you're getting like a little bit different colors in here. It's like there's some couple pinks in here and a really pretty blue in here that I absolutely love. The blue, I think it's amazing. I'm so happy with this. Like, I am so happy they sent this to me, because it truly, I cannot stop using it. Even though my review period is done and I don't need to use this anymore, if I don't want to ever use it again, I will keep reaching for it. I love it. Gets a big, big fab from B. So grateful to Smashbox for sending this to me. And then I just have one last product to review, and oh man, was I excited about this. It actually came in an Influenster Vox box, so I talk about Influenster quite a bit here on my channel because I get a lot of different beauty Vox boxes from them, and I love to haul them and then share the reviews for them. So this one was from Marc Jacobs Beauty, which really shocked me, and I was so excited, and in it was the Marc Jacobs Glowstick. I mean, what? Like, when I got the email saying like you're in the Marc Jacobs Vox box, I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, you're gonna send me the entire glow stick to review? Like, that is so crazy. If you guys are not signed up with Influenster yet, I really hope you do. I will leave a link below. I have videos on here that talk about it and kind of explain it in more detail, but man, to get sent the Marc Jacobs glow stick, I was like so over the moon about it. This highlight runs for $42 and it is called the Spotlight glow stick. So far they only have one, I'm pretty sure. They just have this one. I don't know if they're gonna come out with more like different colors. It obviously is of course the highlight that I have on my cheekbones today. I did wear it in the tutorial as well, so you guys can see me put it on, and I actually put it on for the first time in that tutorial, which was like really crazy, but it is stunning. It is a cream highlighter. It looks a little bit like a stick of deodorant, I guess you would say, but this is what it looks like. It is just so stunning. I'll swatch a little bit on my hand for you as well. I mean, like, come on, can you see that? Hello, I mean, bam. I love the look that it gives because it makes the skin to me look wet. I love the like wet highlight look, and I think you get them a lot with cream highlighters, and I do not own a lot of cream highlighters, so I was just so over the moon to get this one. I absolutely think it's beautiful. This is another one that even if I hadn't kept using it to test it out, like, I'm going to keep using it. I think it's beautiful. I have been struggling with some like texture on my cheekbones, and I've kind of been staying away from highlighting because it just kind of emphasizes the texture. So I've just been trying to like up my skincare game and do a lot of different masks to try to help improve the texture on my cheekbones. And I've noticed like with the cream highlighter, it seems to not affect it as much. Like, I'm not going to say it doesn't affect the texture at all, because it does, but when I wear this as compared to a powder highlight, like, I feel like it's a lot more noticeable than with the cream. But I have just been absolutely loving it. It is so gorgeous. Again, there's the swatch on my hand, and here is what it looks like on my cheekbones. It's absolutely stunning, so gorgeous. Again, it's $42, so yes, a little bit expensive, but it is also like big. Like, how are you gonna go? How are you gonna go through like this much like, I don't even understand how I would get through this in my lifetime, but you know what? I'm gonna be happy trying. Thank you so much to Marc Jacobs Beauty for sending this to me. Thank you so much for Influenster for sending me this Vox box. I'm just like over the moon, so excited. This is a huge fab in my book and I love it. So that is going to be everything for my Fab and Fail New and Beauty edition. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you found it helpful. Again, I just absolutely love reviewing products. See something mentioned on my channel, either like I haul it or I'm just talking about it or putting it in a makeup tutorial, and you guys want to see more of a review on it, please just always leave that in the comments below and I will be so happy to keep doing more review videos. You know, sometimes I mention products in like my favorites video and give a review on them. Then I'm going to try to be doing these Fab or Fails more often and reviewing products that way. But if you guys just want to see like more reviews in general, just let me know and let me know what products you want to see, and I am so happy to do that because again, it's just what I love doing. But I really hope that you guys found this video helpful. I really wanted to be able to come on here and give my opinions and my feedback and my full reviews on these products. Of course, I loved a lot of them. And honestly, you know, some of them were sent to me, but some of them I have bought. And when I said in the beginning that I look at the reviews first, like, I don't have a lot of products that are complete duds to me, and it's because I take my time, I look at the reviews, I read the feedback, and that is how I make my purchases. So I want to, when I do Fab or Fails, I want all of them to be fabs, because that means that I was being smart with my money and being smart with my shopping skills and buying the good products. So that's just my thing. I hope that you guys enjoy reviews because I love watching them too. I hope you will give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please subscribe before you go, and I will catch you real soon in my next one. Bye!